Today we're delving into the world of Malazan with Ian C. Esselmont's Dancer's Lament. Hello, my name's Andrew, a nascent writer from Brisbane, and I'm on my ascendancy to trying to become a writer. But in the meantime, I'm just loving these Malazan books, or Malazan books, it depends on how you pronounce it. Today, I'm going to be talking about Dancer's Lament. And this one, it takes us to the very beginnings of the Malazan Empire. It's a prequel set long before the events of Steven Eriksson's Malazan Book of the Fallen. But I'm not going to get in any spoilers, but let's talk about it. Now, firstly, I just want to talk about the style and prose. Esselman's writing is it is great. I'm jealous. I wish I could write as good as him. But he does create a very detailed world, and he's fantastic at world building and creating complex characters. And I speak one language, and I can barely do that, so just bear with me. But his prose is rich and it is very immersive, and it draws you into the intricate tapestry that is the Malazan universe. And where Steven Eriksson's style is very philosophical and it is dense, Esselman's approach is slightly more accessible, and it can be a great starting point for new readers. Now, is this the best entry point for the Malazan Book of the Fallen series? Let's talk about it. But for now, I don't want to give away too much of the plot, so let's just go through the gist of it. But Dancer's Lament, it kicks off in a city of Lu Heng. And the majority, unlike the other books of the Malazan world that are all stretched out over the whole world, this one is very centralized in this one city or thereabouts. And yeah, it's a city known for its strict rulers and very intricate politics. But our story starts off with our point of view character, Dorian, who arrives looking to make a name for himself. He's a young whippersnapper of a wannabe assassin. And yeah, he quickly gets entangled with Wu. Um, and it's another character that goes on into the Malazan world. But yeah, those two they embark on a journey that gets they get entangled pretty quickly together, whether Dorian likes it or not. And their journey in Dancer's Lament is full of intrigue and danger, and there's a fair bit of humor. And Esselman he does a fantastic job. There's all sprinkles of humor throughout the Malazan world, and it's definitely not missing in these books. But yeah, so it is a fascinating glimpse into the origin of the Malazan Empire. Now, there are other characters such as Silk, who's a city mage, is one of several city mages that rule over the city, and and his character is very, I guess you could say, aloof. Judging by the name, he's dressed in all silk and he's very prim and proper. But we see the city of Luheng through his eyes, and it's another fascinating approach that you see a lot in the Malazan world, where the most powerful characters aren't necessarily the point of view characters, which I find is great because then you get to see through. I wouldn't say a lesser character, but not as powerful, and you can see and feel the the depth of the other characters and how powerful they are. I I'm rambling a bit, but the point is, it's a fascinating way of showing um, these powerful characters and what they can do, and in the I don't know if you could call it fear, but the respect and I don't know if it's trepidation, but a healthy respect for the powers that live in this world. But yeah, is it a best entry point for a new reader? Well, it does provide a straightforward introduction to the Malazan world, which focuses on character development and backstory, and it can make it easier to understand that because it is a very complex world, and there's so many intertwining relationships um, throughout the Malazan Book of the Fallen, and these would help you put the threads together if you read the Path of Ascendancy, then go on to the Malazan Book of the Fallen. But I guess the discourse online is or some might argue that the Gardens of the Moon offers a more authentic Malazan experience, and yeah, Stephen Erickson's um, Gardens of the Moon, it just throws you, boom, you're just straight in the deep end. Best I can describe it as being shot out of a cannon that's strapped to a rocket that's going to the moon. That's sort of how it felt for me the first time I read Gardens of the Moon. It took me 3 tries to do it, and then when it clicked, it was fantastic. But yeah, is this a great entry point? I think it could be. It's all up to the individual reader, like what their tolerance is for the density of their what they're used to in reading. But as a standalone book, Dancer's Lament is fantastic. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. The characters are well developed. The plot uh, is a great story. And for the fans of the Malazan world, there's so many little Easter eggs and little nods and whatnot, and you see a lot of origins of familiar characters down the road. But as a standalone story or the start of the 4 book series of the Path of Ascendancy, it is fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. So yeah, do yourself a favor, go check it out, and that's it. See you next time.